I've been saying this all summer, but I've been summering hard and traveling a little bit, and it was difficult to pull off recording some of these messages, but I have been taking your prayer requests, praying for them, thinking about this ministry, and I'm so excited. We're pushing like a year of life in the Wheatfield, and I'm just so excited with some of the planning that's going on and getting back into a routine of putting these messages out every Wednesday and some other resources, and just being really prayerful and excited about all that's in store to push us all along to figuring out how we can focus on the abundance in life instead of the lack. The message I have this week, it's pretty churchy sounding. Sorry for the dinging with my long earrings. I'm gonna have to take that one out. It's on idols, okay? Like IDOLS. What a churchy word, right? If you grew up in church in any capacity, maybe if you didn't, you know that like an idol by definition is an object of extreme devotion. It's also a representation or symbol of an object of worship, a false god. Here's what's been on my heart lately. Last week when I was in Hawaii, I traveled with my husband. He was playing an event out there. I was talking to a friend because I think things can come up. Like an idol in the Bible is discussed as like I think the first thing that we go to is like some tiny carved figurine that they were worshiping instead of worshiping the one true God, which is true. But I did a Bible study years ago by Kelly Mentor. If you don't do any of her studies, they're incredible. And it was on modern day idols. And I've never forgotten it. I've never forgotten it. It is going through the things in your life that become an idol. And here's where I think we are, okay? I love this. I read it. It says, idolatry, biblically speaking, means abandoning the way of God for another aim. I think in the world right now, there are so many topics. There are so many things that are consuming our mind, and rightfully so. Whether that's topics of COVID, school stuff, vaccination. Are we making information and topics idols? Are we making policies idols? Are we making our jobs idols? Are we making really great things? Not that all those are great, but are we making some great things in our life idols? Are we abandoning the way of God to focus on them? Are they becoming more important to us and top of mind and speaking more about them to other people than God? And I personally think it's happening. I mean, it's happening to me. I mean, I feel like we're talking about the same things over and over and over, that it's consuming, right? Like, especially conversation on social media and just media in general, like topics like that are important and do need to be discussed and addressed, and they're not black and white issues all the time, are becoming idols in our life. They're taking the place of God. It's easy to do. I remember in this study, a friend, she was my first friend to have a kid, and she said, I think sometimes we can make our kids our idols. And I didn't have kids then, but now I understand it. We can become consumed with their well-being. Are we doing enough? Are we enough? The sports they're in, the things they're doing, their grades, what are they gonna be? Like setting them up for success. Like our children, great things can become an idol in our life and consume us more than God in a relationship with Him is. And I guess I just wanted to share a few verses on idols and have us all just take a minute to check ourselves to see if there's anything in our life. Look, the music industry, that's what we're in, right? Like that job, it can become an idol like that. Like it is a very consuming industry, and it is so awesome, and it is a blessing to be a part of it. But like a lot of jobs, it doesn't quit. There's always something next. There's always some carrot dangling. There's always something business-wise to address. There's calls at all hours of the days, and like things that can be really great can become consuming and serve just like those little carved idols in the Bible. They take the place of God in our life. And I just want to encourage us to take a minute and say, God, where in my life have I created an idol without realizing it? Is it a topic that I can't stop talking about or thinking about or posting about or spouting about? Is it a fear? Fear? I mean, how many people have fear that can become an idol in our life, especially in the world right now? There's so many things that are trying to take our attention and can cause anxiety in our life if we let it, that can become an idol over God. There's nothing, and I'm sorry, you can turn this off if you're tired of hearing about it. There is nothing worth in this life. No person, no job, no policy that can take the place of God and provide for you what he can. Here's some verses that I'll leave us with. Isaiah 42:8. I am the Lord, that is my name. My glory I give to no other, nor my praise to carved idols. 1 John 5:21. Pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple. 1 John 5:21. Dear children, keep yourselves from idols. Idols aren't always carved creatures. Idols can be headlines in a paper. Headlines can be arguments and topics that are taking over. Idols can be your children. Idols can be your job. Idols can be a whole lot more than some little statue. Don't disregard the term idols in your life. Judges 10:14. Go and cry out to the gods you have chosen. Let them save you when you are in trouble. None of these things can save us. No policy, no medicine, no person. Only God can save you. So that's it. We can make really great things idols in our life. Let's just make sure we're not. I will see you again soon.